Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on my Monday morning gratitude. It's Monday, and we get to see another day. And I just wanted to stop in real quickly and talk about gratitude, especially on a Monday. A lot of times when I used to work in as a social worker, Sunday night used to be the night when I would dread going to work. Maybe Sunday night anxiety. I don't know if anyone has ever experienced that before, but that is no joke. But now, as I've evolved a little bit more, I realized that gratitude could have helped me a little bit, a lot actually. You see, as a human being, there are certain things that we need to make our lives easier. And for example, when you think of in order for a car to run optimally, you want to put gasoline in there, right? And depending on the kind of car you want to you're driving, you're going to put the best kind of gasoline. All right. But you wouldn't put sugar in the tank. And one of the things that I was putting in the tank years ago was anxiety, fear, worry about the next day. And I don't know if there's anyone here who has done that, but I used to be that person. But what I've learned now is that gratitude changes everything. And when you express gratitude for what you have, then things become better. So, for example, remember when you wanted that situation in your life that probably is now causing a little bit of anxiety, but when you wanted it, when you wanted that job and you went into that interview and you were just praying that they picked you, or maybe your car, maybe you don't like it right now, but remember when you just got it and you were so grateful for it? What I'm learning is that, and I'm practicing, is that gratitude, it changes things, guys. It changes everything. And when you express elevated emotions like gratitude to things and to people, it even changes things and people. So a lot of us, I know myself, I'll use myself as a reference. Um, I learned how to use emotions that were on the lower scale. There's actually a scale that measures people emotions, and the lowest on the scale is shame, then you have guilt, then you have resentment, anger, and it goes up and up until you get to love, gratitude, enlightenment is the highest, right? And what I did was I practiced those negative emotions. I didn't realize I was doing it because it was conditioned in me. I thought it was normal to feel guilty, to feel shame. I thought it was normal to feel angry, maybe a little bit of jealousy, because that's what I saw being portrayed around me. That's what I saw being portrayed on the TV. But then what I learned though is that with elevated emotions, things change. So I started practicing gratitude, like really feeling it in my body. I started practicing love and really feeling that elevated emotion in my body. And I watched as things started to change in my body, in my mind. And I watched as things and people around me start to change and I start to transform. What I'm learning too is that because our body is made up of mostly water, when you express love and gratitude to things like water, it changes things. So I'm going to give you an example. I have a video queued up here for you. It's about 2 minutes. Watch it and let me know what you think. It is by Dr. Emoto. And what he did was he did experiments where he put the emotion of love, anger, positive emotions, negative emotions. He put it on bottles of water, distilled water, or water in general. And he watched as the particles changed in their formation. So I'm going to pull up this video, and this is going to show a quick clip of some of that. And I want to know what you think about this, because if we're made up of water, then imagine if we sent love to ourselves, gratitude to ourselves, and also to others around us. So here we go.
Emoto. Mr. Emoto and Mr. Masuro Emoto. Mr. Emoto became terribly interested in the molecular structure of water and what affects it. Now, water is the most receptive of the 4 elements. Mr. Emoto thought perhaps it would respond to non-physical events. So he set up a series of studies applied mental stimuli and photographed it with a dark field microscope. This first picture is a picture of water from the Fujiwara Dam. And this picture is the same water after receiving a blessing from a Zen Buddhist monk. Now, in this next series of pictures, Mr. Emoto printed out words, taped them to bottles of distilled water, and let them out overnight. This first photograph is a picture of the pure distilled water, just the essence of itself. These subsequent photographs, as you can see, are each different. This is the chi of love. And we move along here to thank you. And you can see where he taped that to this bottle here. But if you read Japanese, you already knew that. Now, Mr. Emoto speaks of the thought or intent being the driving force in all of this. The science of how that actually affects the molecules is unknown, except to the water molecules, of course. And it's really fascinating when you keep in mind that 90% of our bodies are water.
So guys, so you saw the video where they sent the energy of love to the water and the water changed. And you saw the really small clip where it said, where the one where you say to things, you make me sick or whatever, and the water just becomes distorted and ugly. Now, if we are made up of water, mostly water, what are we saying to ourselves in our minds every day? And that's one of the things that I've been working really diligently to catch myself, that every day when I'm talking to myself, I no longer beat up on myself. I tell myself how much I love myself, especially at the times when I feel stressed. All right. Or maybe when you're talking to children, tell your children how much you love them and really feel the energy of love. Tell that job how much you love it and how much you're grateful for it. And what you'll notice when you start telling thank you for the job, maybe you don't like everything about the job, but maybe there's a coworker that you like, or maybe the fact that you can just work on your own. Just express gratitude and thanks for it. And what will happen is it will change, because as you see with those water particles, they went from being nothing to beautiful crystal, beautiful shapes. All right. And that's what most of the air around us is water. Everything around us vibrates with it. Things just get better with gratitude. Let's just say that because it's easier. Your water, everything around us has some water in it. Send love to yourself, send love to your job, send love to everyone, give gratitude to everyone, and watch as how your life will change. I look forward to seeing you next week. And I talk more about gratitude, but it's Monday. Find something to be grateful for. And when you do, just leave a message in the chat what you're grateful for this week. Love you.